Hi, friend.
Hi, friend.
And to the brave hearts listening out there, welcome to Permission to be Human. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Janelle.
Get ready for some real-time relationship woo and wisdom
from the front lines with occasional tantrums and tears
about how breaking rules, blurring boundaries, and tossing tradition can be catalysts for finding your truth.
Let's debunk the fairy tales we were told as children and create a new map for life.
Yes, Disney can go fuck itself.
If you're seeking permission to choose your own path,
freedom is the new F word, people,
and want to feel less alone along the way,
we got you.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I'm a self-proclaimed Colorado native by way of New York. I was raised by loving parents, a former Catholic nun and priest, yes, if you can believe it. I traveled solo around the world at 25 and again at 41. Spent 15 years doing marketing for Soul Lingerie, did yoga, learned to salsa, dated men and some women. I've been to 46 countries in all 7 continents. I am always up for adventure. Used to race mountain bikes and have been to Burning Man 7 times. I've had deep, trusting relationships with women in every chapter of my life. These sisters have provided processing, perspective, laughter, and love along the way. When I was 40, years after I tried to freeze my eggs and 8 years into online dating, I met my future husband. And as we got serious, I dared to ask, do I want to have sex with the same person for the rest of my life? And he dared to ask me, why do you want to get married? So we built a non-traditional sacred union. Our most important vow was to support each other's becoming, questioning our own social conditioning, visiting swingers clubs, trying polyamory, attending ISTA, finding a sex-positive community, and experimenting with lots of plant medicine. We were on a steep path of personal growth, and there was a lot of fumbling and falling and freaking out and walking through fire along the way. But from this emerged 2 truths in one question. 1, the fairy tale and forever that society, Catholic Church, and my parents had promised me was debatable. And I'm still mourning the loss of this imagined reality. 2, I can do marriage whatever way I want, but I'm going to have to draw my own map. 3, if forever was a myth, what else was? My husband and I have now consciously uncoupled. But in living out our vows, I realized that getting divorced is how we support each other's becoming. We still love each other, we are neighbors and chosen family, and I'm still a devoted stepmom to his son. But the container of marriage was not right for me. 5 years ago, I would have considered divorce an epic fail. I now consider it a catalyzing part of my evolution and expansion. I call my home the Goddess Temple. It's a community space with workshops, retreats, and rituals, and circles where women can come for nourishment, sisterhood, and love, and where men can come to feel seen, heard, and held by the feminine. I'm also a marketing therapist, supporting integrated entrepreneurs, and a pleasure activist, holding space, and the occasional butt plug for others' spiritual awakening. Sometimes while wearing a spirit crown. I'm told my radiant smile and open heart and radical acceptance give people permission to be more themselves and live one step closer to their truth. I've just started my 50th year around the sun in a very distinctive new chapter of my life. These days, I'm surrendering to spirit, allowing decades of accumulated wisdom to guide my way. It's both scary and uncertain, and I also feel wildly alive.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a small town girl living in a Colorado world, listening to a lot of 80s music. I grew up in Illinois on the Mississippi River, and I was raised by loving, hardworking, movie-quoting entrepreneurs who are also high school sweethearts. At age 30, receiving less satisfaction than I anticipated from content marketing business, hair highlights, Banana Republic purchases, and marathon trainings, my husband and I made our first weird move. We joined the Peace Corps. Think couch surfing, hitchhiking in dangerous countries, lots of do-gooder stuff, whitewater rafting down the Nile, and minor roles in B-movies for the Sci-Fi Channel. Back at home, I got yoga certified and had my daughter at a birthing center. Parenthood was a doozy, but my daughter turned out to be my guru. And I remember the day I gave in. I let her wear an I Heart Santa pajama top to an Easter egg hunt. I just pictured all those pastel outfitted parents looking at her and then looking at me and thinking, she's not even trying. So at 42, disillusioned by my marriage, but still with great love for each other, my husband and I dared to ask the question, will consensual outside romantic relationships ruin us? Polyamory sounded really hard, especially for us anxiety-prone people, but slow death by monogamy sounded worse. I never would have guessed that polyamory would be such a catalyst for my own personal growth. Yes, it pointed a big purple arrow at my codependency, for one. I learned that my cage opened from the inside out. And who knew that self-induced suffering was a thing? It turns out you can have your cake and eat it too, but the crumbs get everywhere. It's really messy. I am grateful to have a lot of love in my life. My husband and I have repaired a damaged dynamic, and we continue to grow and evolve. I am fortunate to have found a soulful mirror in my boyfriend. My female friendships mean the world to me, and I try and follow the magic and embrace impermanence every damn day. With a passion for writing and relationships, I now work with women in transition, inspiring moxie, messaging, and manifestation, helping them be brave with the second half of their lives. I'm a mediocre runner, an average piano player, a passionate poetess, a pretty good dancer, and a sucker for a good garage sale. In the car, I often sing loudly with the windows down. I've lived in New York City, the United Kingdom, Beirut, Bulgaria, Boulder, and Costa Rica. These days, I live in a small yellow house in Denver with a Mod Podged wall of old book pages, a Maine Coon cat, my husband, he's a psychotherapist, by the way, and my artistic and musical teenage daughter.
If you're seeking permission to choose your own path,
Freedom is the new F word, people.
and want to feel less alone along the way,
We got you. Do you need permission to be human? You got it.
Listen, subscribe, and review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Learn more about us at permissiontobehuman.live.